Hi friends, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I love hanging out with you. I love that you're here with me. And I'm just coming up for air because this summer has been fun-filled, a little bit bonkers, lots going on, and I have today is just kind of like a stop, slow down, reset, let's figure out what we're doing. And so here we are. I made a list because my brain is like a pinball and it's all over the place, and I had to just write some things down so that we have a few things to chat about. I have a lot of things to chat with you about. First and foremost, we went to Hawaii. Magical. My husband had to go for work. He had a conference there that he had to go to, darn. And my daughter got to go with us. She's never been, none of my kids have ever been. And because she's the youngest and because she's home alone with us, we get to take her on all the fun things. So she got to go with us, and I'll show you a little bit about that. Highlight, Hawaii is a highlight, but just the peaceful, laid back feeling in Kauai is where we went. To me, it was a little more relaxed than our trip to Maui. I don't know, it's a little more rural. It was very rugged. There was a lot of good hiking we could do, a lot of cow farming and cow pastures, and just agriculture abundant over there. And I just really liked that. It had more of a small town feel to me, which just instantly made me feel at home. So, and then my husband has always wanted to purchase a fifth wheel toy hauler camping trailer. So we found one finally that we like. We finally saved up enough money to make this happen. So we have been trying it out. We have been outfitting this camper trailer. I've had to buy bedding, dishes. Let's be honest, it's been kind of fun. So we took a camping trip up north to the White Mountains in Alpine, Arizona. And I have a little bit of that to show you. Arizona is so diverse. We have mountains, we have valleys, we have lakes. That's broad. We have some watery areas. Some are man-made. Most of our water is pulled in from other places. But Alpine is this beautiful mountain town that used to be a small town. It's growing quite a bit. It's still pretty small, but you can go exploring up there and just be in cooler weather, be in the pines. We saw elk, we saw deer, we went to church up there, had a beautiful weekend getaway, and we're gonna go again camping this weekend. My husband loves to ride dirt bike motorcycles. And there's an event this weekend in New Mexico. So we are going to take our daughter and our camper and head up to New Mexico so he can have some more fun. We're going to try to enjoy the rest of the summer as much as we can for as long as we can, because school is starting in a couple of weeks, and I'm sad, but I'm also excited. It'll be nice for my daughter to have something, more to do. And I love having her around me, though. We have had so much fun. I thoroughly love the person she's growing into. So this fun preteen, teenager stage is where you get to see their little adult personality come out, and she is so much fun. So we've enjoyed having her this summer and having her one-on-one with us. Let's see, we had our 4th of July this month. We celebrate also the 24th of July, which is Pioneer Day in our faith. We celebrate the day that our pioneer ancestors arrived in the Salt Lake Valley. So we had a parade and fireworks and barbecue. Just a really fun weekend. So that was this last weekend. My daughter and her husband came down and stayed with us. I had all of my children home on Sunday, except for my missionary who is in Rio, Brazil. We missed him. But it was the most magical weekend with all of my kids here. We were playing games and laughing, and we made some burgers, and it has just been a really fun month. Really fun, really busy. And in the midst of all that, I get excited about July, because July means Christmas crafting. And if you don't start in July, it doesn't get done. So I had been racking my brain with what types of Christmas projects I need to do. Okay, so first on my list has been the So Sweet Violet Advent kits that I purchased. This was going to be my Christmas in July craft project. But I decided I wanted blankets, like big, thick Christmas blankets. So these will get done. So I have 2 of them. I have these 2 waiting for me. I think this is going to be my back to school project. So we're going to say Christmas in July and August. So I will get onto those. But then I thought, okay, I have 2 blankets I want to make. I'm dying to make an alpine pine tree blanket. There's the alpine crochet stitch. And I wanted like Christmas tree colors. And this particular photo, this cute little wreath, I'm not going to make the wreath. I don't know. Maybe I will. But the colors in this wreath got me super excited about these colors. I like them. I like them together. So I decided to put them in a blanket. And this is going to be, I don't want to pull out my yarn. This is going to be a big blanket. But, oh my goodness. My crazy excitement got the best of me. So I started the alpine stitch. I made it pretty, enough for one person to really warm up with this blanket on the couch. And then I wanted stars. So I looked up how to do the star stitch. It all works together. I got my little stripe of pink and my pine trees. I love it. I love this blanket so much. It works up quickly. I mean, I worked on this too on our camping trip in Alpine, and so it just felt more magical than usual because I was up in the pines and I could hear the wind blowing through the pine needles, and it was just the perfect project for me to work on up there. 3-hour drive up, 3-hour drive home. Perfect. I got all this done. So I'm really excited about that. And then that wasn't enough for me. because I don't have enough to do, apparently. I thought, oh my goodness, if a little elf were to have a bed with a crochet blanket on it, what would my little elf have on their bed? It would have sparkles and lots of bright Christmas colors, like candy. I don't know. So then I made this big thing. I started this big thing. I didn't make it. I just started it. I don't know if you can see the sparkles, but this white is a sparkly glitter yarn. And so it's got all the sparkly yarn, bright colors, kind of just, channeling, it's huge, channeling a little elf cabin, a very happy elf. And I don't like the way this looks yellow. This is cream. I liked the red and the cream together, but it kind of is representing yellow a little bit, manifesting yellow. But I don't know, in my design process, I was laying out yarn on my guest bed. We were in the guest bedroom today, by the way. It's the only place I could get to myself. I was laying out all these colors and I really liked them together. So come what may, I am not seeing the same thing. This is not the same as what my eyes are showing me. The pink is way pinker. Is that a word? Pinker? More pink. It's just so much more vivid in person. But anyway, you get the idea. It's going to be vivid, bright, happy, colorful. It's going to look like Christmas candy. And I don't know. And I'm only going to get it out at Christmas time. So it will be one of many Christmas blankets that I have in my home. I don't put the Advent blankets away. They are tucked in a basket in my living room. So I do have those, but they don't really look like Christmas necessarily. 2023 Advent squares are all done. So I'm blocking round 1. What was the theme? I've said it so many times, but the theme was like bakery, patisserie, Christmas candy, Christmas goodies, all the Christmas treats. I wish I could remember what she called it, but I still have to block a whole other batch. I only have this small blocker. The other blocker I have has this, the holes are not small enough for me to do a square this small. It's too big. So I found this one on Amazon, but then it doesn't do 8x8 easily. So I had to overlap these a little bit, and I couldn't configure how to keep overlapping. You could do small tiny squares though, just not 8x8. So 8 holes by 8 holes. It needed to be just 2 inches bigger. Oh well. I'm not in a hurry, but they're ready to join. I have the yarn ready to join them. And I have a giant bag of scraps. So guess what I did? I know, but look. Oh, here it is over here. It's so yummy. All my scraps from all of my previous Advent calendars. So I have this huge bag of scraps from the last 3 years of dandelion and dogwood. I don't know what this one is. I don't know where this came from, but I'm in love with it. And I'll show you why. So, well, while I'm doing 3 other blankets, let's do another one. So I started making little grannies, super quick and easy. My brain is loving all of the colors. It's like color therapy on steroids. So much fun. So this really pretty color here has been making the most fun combinations. I mean, I should have been more organized. I needed one of those little clippies. I just keep the same hook that I'm using in this little bag because I have a lot already. I have so many squares already, but they're tiny. I mean, this is fingering weight yarn. And so look at this one. Oh my gosh. And together, I'm just making a scrappy blanket to have in my blanket pile. Look how pretty. I'm just crazy about this color. This one kind of reminds me of melon, a little bit of melon. So, oh, look at that one. Lots of ends to weave in. Oh well. But you know what? Sometimes, these are the ones I haven't crocheted around. I've had more fun just digging through here, laying them out, picking two colors, making the little square middles. And then once I get the white around the edges, the whole thing comes to life for me. It has made me so happy. Isn't that the point? Isn't that the point of all the, oh, snagged. And I'm wearing my crochet t-shirt today. Turns out, can't see very well. Turns out that I can wear it in the summertime. It's not super suffocating. It's perfect. So yes, I'm just loving this. Made it myself. I do have a lot of this yarn left. And I'm going to put another project on my pile like an idiot. But, oh no, I have a hair in my eye. But I really, really want to make a poncho. Why? I don't know, but I want one. I want one that goes over my head and feels like a shawl, but it covers me. We have a big family camp out Labor Day weekend. It's the first weekend in September, and I kind of want to make it and have it ready for that because I love wearing hoodies. I love wearing sweatshirts, but sometimes I just want to wrap up in a big blanket, and that doesn't make sense to me because then I don't have my hands free. Anyway, I kind of want a poncho. Let's bring those back, ladies and gentlemen. Do we even have any gentlemen here? Tell me who you are. I want to know who's here. I would love to know who you are and where you're watching from. All 5 of you. Nobody knows about us over here, me tucked over here in Southeast Arizona. But that's okay, you're here. And we're gonna have fun. Okay, let's bring it back. Let's stay organized. Let's stay on task. Something that my bestie in Texas mailed me, the most beautiful birthday box. I don't think I took pictures. Of course, it was in June, and I just sent hers. I didn't take any pictures. I don't know. It just ran out of time. I was in a huge hurry. So I sent her box on Friday. Today is Tuesday. And so she should be getting that, hopefully by her birthday this week. So in my birthday box that she sent me, she gave me this glorious, beautiful Kath Kidston. Oh, I love Kath Kidston. Little planner book. And it's no commitment necessary. You don't have to assign a specific date, so it's blank. And it has, for example, this wire so I can bend it back. It just says today's objective, the date, the objective today. What are some things I want to do today? So I have been using this to keep me focused and to keep my to-do list organized. And sometimes, like the last time I used it was July 5th. Sometimes it's just a few things. If I do nothing else today, I want to do these things. I took dinner to a sweet lady this month. It's been real busy, so I haven't penciled that in, but I love it. Just saying, I love this. It's a non-committal vision planner so that I really can visualize what I need to do, and it just happens to be that I respond well to this method because it's in my mind, it's locked in, I've written it down, and for some reason it magically gets done better if I write it down. I don't know why that is. But speaking of vision boards, I wanted to show you my vision board for this year. Once again, I do a little review. I have 24 and 23. And I have found that I'm loving having these available. I don't have a copy of them. I just have these. I seriously make it in Photoshop, print it on cardstock, and I delete the file. I can't go back and fix it. I can't go back and reprint it. This is it. But how fun, because I recently crossed off some things. I put an X here because I did buy that fabric and I did cut it out, and I just got overwhelmed and I hung it up. It's in timeout for now. But sourdough was this year. Still haven't done that. Still working on that. But I did do them and start them. I haven't made this blanket yet, but let's be honest, I think I can cross this off because I've made a lot of blankets. But 24 still has so much left to go. This is that same quilt. I'm really going to finish that quilt that I started last year. I made these mice. I think I showed you this little cute little mouse. I knitted. You guys, this was on my board. I do want to learn some more stitches, and I'm going to do that so I don't have a little mark on here. But I knitted something. I'm going to show you in a second. This is still, Luna is still top priority. This is ready to go. I have it all ready to go. Haven't started it. Heaven help me. Again, sewing. I made a crochet t-shirt. I did not put these in my backyard. I want these in my backyard. This is my pergola. That's what I want my pergola to look like. And you guys, I can't get landscape helpers to come and help me. They just ignore me. Jeez. I still want to go to England. These are my passports. I don't know if it's going to happen this year, so I'm going to put it back up for next year. I really wanted to go to September, I think. I looked up Yarndale. I want to go so bad. I just don't have anyone to go with me who is enthusiastic about yarn as I am. My daughter-in-law is super enthusiastic. My husband, I don't know if he'll go with me to Yarndale, but the whole trip would be centered around Yarndale. And then here's the other thing, okay? Can I drive on the wrong side of the road in England? How do I do that? I know they do a lot of public transportation. I can do that. But that terrifies me. So if I go with my mom or I have a girls' trip and we go, who's driving? Who's getting us? We can Uber from the airport, but in terms of getting myself around, is that going to be hard? That is something I think about. Oh, okay. Friends, listen, if I can do this, anyone can. I can't tell you how many times I said hate in this process. So here is my very first knitted project. Can you see the big hole? So there's some holes. She is perfectly imperfect. This yarn, oh no, I have a snag. This yarn is Hue Loco. This is her June, I think, Dove colorway. It is everything, minus the black. Everything is in my summer color palette from my color analysis. But this cool green and the pinky mauves, These are my colors, and even this soft yellow-ish color is my yellow. Now this is as adventurous as I got, this cute little design, and I did have to unpick, so I started at the top here. I did have to unpick a time or two, and I think that's how you get good at knitting, is learning how to unpick and fix mistakes. That is the one thing I learned. The hardest thing I've learned with knitting is the actual process is difficult for me, but then learning how to correct your mistakes, it's really hard for me. I have a couple of spots that I messed up on. Whoops-a-daisy. There's a hole. I don't care. And let's see, where else? There was a spot that right here. I must have forgot to yarn over right here. I don't know what happened. Can't see it too well. You can't really see the border of this, but I kind of messed up a couple times on the border, and it's okay. It's not as long as I would like it to be. It's kind of intense with my knit on top of crochet. Okay, here we go. I knitted something. Oh, look at that. It's a little tight where I did the cast off. I tried to keep it loose, and I probably should have done a different type maybe, but I don't know what they are. I don't know anything. I need my best friend Belinda here to come and knit with me and show me how to do all those beautiful things. But for now, we are just going to celebrate the fact that I made something with knitting needles. So then I got all cocky ahead of myself, and I found a beginner-friendly shawl pattern that has just a little more steps to it. And I tried, you start with 3 stitches, three stitches. I have not been able to get that started yet. I said, you know what? After 2 hours on a Saturday morning, I realized my time is so valuable and so limited, and I just spent 2 hours fighting with 3 stitches. I don't know why it was so hard for me, but I'm gonna conquer. I will conquer. I have the pattern printed. I have the yarn ready. It's in a bag. I'm gonna do another one. I think it's gonna be really big though, a lot bigger than this one. But for the time being, I want to blow through all 50 projects that I have sitting out here. 3 blankets. Haven't started the poncho. 4 blankets. 2 Advent blankets and 2 Christmas blankets. And working on a quilt still from last year. And I just finished a baby blanket. My niece is having a little boy. And this was my, what do you call it again? The cross stitch, I don't know. I'll try to find it. The crisscross, double crochet, whatever. I love this blanket. It is so pretty. And I just did a beautiful teal border, and I'm going to get that in the mail to her today. I think she's being induced today. She's having a baby today. This little baby is coming into the world today, and I'm going to mail this, and she'll get it sometime, hopefully this weekend, maybe, and be able to snuggle her newborn. Oh, I want to snuggle a newborn. So do you see why my brain is like a pinball? I have all these other things going on, and I keep piling it on. And I still, speaking of Christmas crafting, I still want to finish my cute little owl. Look how cute he is. This was inspired by Nikki Franklin. This is a Nikki Franklin design. And I freehanded the watercolor, and then I've just been stitching and following her pattern. And I really want to finish that before Christmas. It would make a great gift. So I just have so much that I want to do, you know, and I just keep piling on new things. I'm still going to tackle knitting, but I am tickled, with my vision board progress so far. And then I think I'm going to keep this around so that when I make my 2025 vision board, I'll probably, hopefully, be less ambitious, less aggressive, and be able to work from both of them. I'm still working on snowflakes. Okay, right? I mean, it's slow. It is a slow process. Each snowflake takes me about 20 to 30 minutes if I'm interrupted. 20 minutes per snowflake. But that is going to happen. It's just not going to happen this Christmas, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I just love that I've started it. I know how to make the snowflakes. I'm loving the snowflakes. I have so many beautiful snowflakes in a pile, and they make me so happy. And that's coming. That's just going to be an ongoing project. I recognize that it got bumped down a little bit in priority. But this thing is so warm and snuggly. So I'm really focused on those. And I just dug out my scraps from, let's see, this pillow right here that's on my bed. I'll see if I have a picture of mine. I had to buy some pillows for our camper fifth wheel. And I think I want to make some cute pillows. I'm not going to go overboard because they are going to get dirty. They need to be durable, but I mean, why not? I've got all these scraps that I use for a quilt, and I really did a lot of cutting. I could make a whole other quilt with that. Maybe I should. Maybe I'll do a lap quilt for the camper. No, then I'll be sad if anyone gets it dirty. I just heard a truck pull up in my driveway. Hold on. I guess if the doorbell rings, I'll know. My cute daughter and I found these little clay beads at the store, and we have been making bracelets. This one is mine. Just a little elastic. How fun is that? So that's been a fun summer project for us. We found some in her school colors, so we made some of those. I made just some beads, some glass beads on a stretchy cord. I like stretchy cord bracelets because they just pop on and off, and these colors make me so happy. Family camp out. Oh, I bought some more of these to make some bracelets for all the girls on our family camp out. And even I have, obviously I don't think boys care about bracelets, but I have masculine colors. I have this huge rainbow assortment coming, so that if anybody wanted to make one or wanted more of a manly color scheme, I'll have those. But how fun. We're gonna make more of these and keep busy with all of the other projects I have going on. Do you guys think I'm crazy? We talked about everything. Wow. Okay. Well, I can wrap up and go get busy. Do I want to make another shirt? I clearly don't have enough to do, but it's so soft. It is so comfortable. I almost want to make one that has a 3/4 sleeve. I love that length. But I also have so many other things I want to do. So I had to stop taking my painting class, and I'm so sad about that. But July, I told her, look, I need July. I need to just regroup. I need July. Plus, I wanted to do my Christmas in July stuff, which I did start, but I got in over my head. That's okay, because these are going to get done. This is all going to get finished and done. But I just needed to step back a little bit and prioritize 2 or 3 big things. And now, August, I really am going to focus on these. So I just have to do process of elimination a lot. I just have to decide what's going to go, what has to go right now. Plus, I've got to clean the house and feed people. And I have, women that I'm friends with that you have to nurture your relationships and you have to serve people and go do nice things for other people. And I can't just focus all of my time on me. So I really try to divide my time responsibly and generously. And so I've had to eliminate a few things. I love painting. I'm going to continue painting. Ruth Wilshaw has so many beautiful paintings that I want to attempt. So I am not going to give up on that. So that's probably still going to continue to happen. And I want to find a beautiful winter scene to work on with painting. But as you can tell, I got my hands full. Okay, well, I think that's it. I have been, while I work on blankets, I have been watching some of I think they're on Netflix, the Harlan Coben miniseries, his books that they've turned into miniseries shows. They're kind of murder mystery. Murder mystery. The last one I watched was murder mystery. Harlan Coben. Did I say that right? Coben? His books are good. I think I've read a couple of his books, but I need something exciting to watch while I'm making big blankets like this, because I have a tendency to get really bored really fast. So that has been fun. That's been something that I've been watching on Netflix. My husband and I started to watch this show called Outer Range with Josh Brolin. Okay, it's weird. It is so weird. I don't get it. But we're going to see where it goes. But it's really weird. It's not how you wind down and relax at night. So that's been a problem. But it's weird enough to where you kind of want to know where it's going. Is that worth your time? I read a couple of really good books. I put everything on Goodreads. So if you want to see what I love and don't love, I'm on Goodreads. But the most recent book that I finished was One Dark Window. And I bought it at Walmart before our trip to Hawaii because I love having a book to read on the airplane. It's a long airplane ride, and I prefer to read on a plane more than I like to listen to Audible. And so I read for probably 4 hours solid and got into this book. And the woman sitting in front of me saw that I was reading this book, and she said, I just finished that book and I'm reading the second book. Hang in there. It was hard to get started. The idea of magical cards got me. So I just had to push through that. And it ended up being really, really good. So I'm now listening to the second book because I have all this to do. I can't just sit and read a book with all this crochet that needs to happen. So at least I can listen and work on something at the same time. So that's my most recent. I finished another one and I can't remember what it's called. But the narrator, it was The Wishing Game. It was adorable. But the Audible version it sounded like the narrator was computerized. Oh, I've got a hair. It sounded like the narrator was so computerized. So I had to just push through that. But The story was really cute. My daughter-in-law read the book and she told me about it, and it was darling. So I can honestly say that's a good summer read. I would suggest reading it. Sticking to me. I would suggest reading it instead of listening to it, though. Okay, well, that's all. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. But this has been so fun to catch up, and it's been fun to regroup and refocus and recenter myself and to remind myself to settle down with the projects. But I am going to make a poncho. I can't wait. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ongoing big projects. Bring it. Bye for now. See ya.